best night's rest possible. So it's okay. I talk about that for a minute. I know, I talked about it a little bit ago, but of course. No, so tonight's video is ever so kindly sponsored by Helix Sleep. So, of course, I mentioned it before, but if you're unfamiliar, Helix offers premium mattresses that are unique to your sleeping needs. That's conveniently shipped right to your door. And I know I mentioned it a little bit ago with you that I did upgrade my mattress, and it was honestly so needed because, again, I feel like a broken record right now, but my mattress before was probably older than me, and I just kind of wanted to give you an update and all that. But of course, everyone's different. Everyone has their own sleeping rituals and practices, and that is why, a few months ago, I took Helix's sleep quiz. So it takes into account, your sleeping preferences, some of your, what's the word, like body metrics and things like that, to understand kind of a full picture of what you would like and what you would rather, prefer, because sleeping is like such a preference to each and every person. But for me, I don't like my mattresses too soft, too firm, so they matched me with the Midnight Lux. And I just wanted to give you an update because going into 2025, I really want to make sure that you're getting a good night's rest. A good night's rest, not just once in a while, but every night, if you can. But Helix has certainly helped me out with that, so I did want to re-mention it to you guys. But, yeah, so when I took the quiz, of course, I was matched with the Midnight Lux, and I do have an update, a glorious, luxurious update. But the one thing that I did notice is that, of course, it is so comfortable, but aside from the comfortability, I've noticed that I'm having a bit more restful and deep sleep. So I'm not sure if you guys have like Sleep Cycle or anything, but that's a really great resource to kind of track your sleep if you're looking to improve your sleep quality. Sorry, I just get a little bit, excited because it just makes me so happy to know that I've been getting better rest towards the end of 2024, and I'm very much looking forward to it for 2025. I don't even know what I was saying because I just got so excited. But yeah, I was talking about Sleep Cycle, but when we go to bed, we kind of have our REM cycles, and during REM is when we dream and have the deepest sleep. And I've noticed that beforehand with my old mattress, I was waking up pretty frequently in the night, and that's not, ideal. I will say, I've definitely heard of people too where they'll wake up in the middle of the night and it takes them, a lot of time to go back to bed. That wasn't the case for me, but it still was kind of like a nuisance to wake up genuinely three times in the middle of the night, and I would go back to bed right away, but it was just not giving me the best sleep that I could. So that's why I just wanted to recommend it again to you since I've seen you, but I think a pro tip is to unwrap it on top of your box spring or your slats, because it's vacuum sealed. You just open it up and it will inflate, right? So try and do it on there, because especially if you have a larger mattress or a size bed like a queen, a king like myself, the mattress, then it's, more difficult to go from the floor to your mattress, so I would advise that. And yeah, so another reason I wanted to bring it up, I know I'm rambling, but it genuinely does get me excited to talk about sleep and, sleep quality, and anything that I can do to help you is at the core of my person. But yeah, what was I gonna say? I was gonna mention that previously they offered you guys 20% off your mattress, but this time around for the new year, they're having a New Year sale for 25% off your mattress plus 2 free pillows. So that's an extra 5% off and 2 free pillows this time around. So if you've been meaning to upgrade your mattress or improve your sleep quality, now's a perfect time for the beginning of the year for 2025. And of course, everything will be down below. So feel free to check out helixsleep.com/simplyasmr for 25% off your mattress and 2 free pillows. So yeah, even just to check out the quiz to see, kind of, play around with it and see. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, but I think it's time to do your makeup, okay? Okay, I did have a little bit of coffee earlier in the day, so, but as always, I'm just always excited to see you, no matter what. No matter what, even if you just want to stop by and relax, you're more than welcome to do so, and I hope you know that. Okay. Okay. Let me get everything all settled, but would you like a blanket? A cozy, cozy blanket. Okay. I have this really fuzzy one that I got for Christmas, and to be honest, it's like a shawl, but this very much works as a nice cozy blanket for the couch. And it is super, super cozy. So let me wrap you up. But look at that, it's like a shawl, but you get nice and cozy frozen, or what do they call it? Like cold makeup. That is kind of what we're going for in, not Lou, but in inspiration of the winter season. Alright, so let's use a foundation, maybe one shade lighter, and if we need to deepen it up or lighten it a bit, I do have a couple shades of concealer that will help everything blend seamlessly, okay? Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm reminding myself that I need to get a haircut or do it myself. I've been cutting my hair for so long that I kind of just want to get it done, you know? Because, I mean, it takes me like 20 minutes, but it would be nice to maybe like try a gloss or something. But anyway, I'm gonna apply one pump on the back of my hand, and then I have my beauty, or my Real Techniques sponge. So I got a 4-pack like a while ago, and this is a brand new one. Actually, you know what? I've noticed it's best to warm it up just ever so slightly on the back of your hand, and just like that, and we'll spread it evenly and then blend it in, okay? But yeah, I got a 4-pack like a while ago, and it was on sale, so I just wanted to give you a fresh beauty blender or a sponge. Okay, I'm gonna dot. Okay. Okay. And I'm not sure if I mentioned, but this is the light reflecting foundation from NARS, and it is super, super glowy, but we do have some powders, because there's a natural lid from within that icy or frozen or cold makeup will give. But if you think realistically, when you're out in the cold, just as you were before you arrived, because it's like 11 degrees out, you tend to be matte because, you know, there's not enough, or there is enough, but there's not an ample amount of moisture in the air. So I do have the humidifier on, but let's okay, alright, beautiful. So let's remove the excess and use the remaining on the back of my hand. I don't know why I'm like speaking in like commas right there, but okay. I felt like Dr. Seuss a bit. But the apple pie, would you like some after? I'm so sorry I didn't offer right before, even though I mentioned it, but I just wanted to get started. But if you'd like, I can grab a slice kind of in between powder and foundation, or okay, how about we do it after, and then I can make you another hot cup of tea. I have eggnog, super, super easy foundation to blend because it is a bit thinner in consistency, so it leaves a beautiful sheen. We get right under the eye. Beautiful. Alright, so before we do concealer, because sometimes I do forget, I like to do blush, because the concealer acts as kind of a accentuating your natural features, which, again, you are just absolutely beautiful. And I just want to remind you that I hold so much gratitude for our time together, being able to do your makeup. It gives me practice, and I just love spending time with you, even, if we just watch a movie or do nothing. I really do cherish that with you. And I wanted to remind you how important you are in my life, and in many other people's lives as well. I think we are blissfully unaware on the impact that we make in our world and other people's world. Or not blissfully, that is the wrong phrase. But, unbeknownst to us, we're unaware, not blissfully, because I think, yeah, wrong phrase, but you know what I'm saying, right? Okay. No, I think we are just unaware of our impact sometimes and how much we matter to those closest and those that maybe we haven't thought of in a long time. I'll share a little anecdote with you that I think, I don't know, shows sometimes our capacity to, cherish many different people in our lives, even if they had a super, small interaction with us. But one thing I don't think I told you is, do you remember in grade school, I think it was in elementary school, we had one classmate, and, this was a period in which we were learning spelling, and all, and one of the words, and I still carry this with me, and, I've never told the person because, I haven't, it was a very small interaction, but, I find it really sweet because I've carried it for like 15 years, but when we were learning spelling, she told me a trick that her sister, or maybe she just knew, but she told me a trick on how to remember how to spell beautiful. And it's really, it's cute. But it's boys eat apples under trees if you look. And every time I spell beautiful, I always think of her. And she's probably unaware, on my memory of that, or that I still use it to that, to this day. And, it just goes to say that we all, small or big, have a really big impact in people's lives. And, I just wanted to share that with you because you do matter a great deal to me. And, even though I do try my best to remind you, to the people that maybe don't remind you, or, it was just even a small interaction, you make an impact in people's lives, okay? So, hold space for that, and just know that you are so deserving of being here and entering the new year, and again, I'm just very proud of you. So, on to powder. But this is one of the products I received from my sister over Christmas, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Complexing Perfecting Eye Face Micro Powder. My goodness, that's a paragraph. But they do have the traditional flawless powder, but I like to use white powders for an extra, like, frosty look. So I'll show you here. Again, it's relatively a translucent powder with a little bit because I brought it out to use. But anyway, now that we powdered, a fun little trick that is nice is to have a little bit of powder. Sometimes I do color corrector or foundation to build up a little bit of coverage under the eye. So this works beautifully on top of existing. And I did put a little bit of foundation under your eyes. So this will really help with the coverage as well as the brightening. So I think I used this last time, but it is the Natasha Denona Eye Glam Concealer Brightening and Hydrating Crease Proof Serum Concealer. And I do have to say that it is a very serum-like, but with so much pigment for the texture of it. It's really quite interesting. But we're going to put this on top for a super bright eye. Okay, so if you don't mind, just look up once more. Beautiful. Okay. Hold on. There we go. I wanted to make sure that it is even. Okay, so now let's blend that out, and because of the powder below, it will give more of a satin finish, which will be perfect for this look. Okay, so I'm going to use the sponge again, and I just blend it out ever so slightly. Because I don't know why, when I've tested it myself, this one doesn't need a lot of blending. It's like very, very quick, which is great, because I've had some concealers where it does take, not a lot of work, but just a little bit more. And this one is just ever so quick, truly. So, let's see, I think we'll do lips last. I have a nice, beautiful wine lip liner, but let's do some lashes, okay? But actually, I made the mistake before. I'm gonna apply the lashes now, curl them, and then do mascara, because I find it to be a little bit more tricky once you have your lashes curled, because you can't get like a precise line up with your existing lash line. So I have these individual lashes that are pre-glued, which makes them so easy. Here we go, and some tweezers. So I'm gonna start off with this eye, and it's honestly so much easier doing this on somebody else, which is great. So this will take just a second, because you can close your eyes and I can match it perfectly with the outer corner to give you a somewhat lifted effect here. So just like this, the super small lash. So I'm going to get a little bit up close, so if you don't mind, just close your eyes for me, and for this one, just tilt a little bit this way. Okay. I had the sudden urge to mention Welch's fruit snacks, because that's what it smells like. But anyway, I think I told you that last time. But anyway, so I'm just gonna apply a thin layer on and use another pump. I don't know another word for that, but another dip or application. Well done. There we go. But doesn't it kind of, it smells like that to me, and I think it's quite unique. And also just so nice to have that memory with that as well. Sorry about that. I got a phone call, but thank you for waiting. But as I was saying, I was talking about the lip gloss and I forgot what I was saying afterwards. The lip gloss. I forgot. I apologize. I don't think it was about the lip gloss or the liner. I'm not so sure, but do you remember? I don't know. If it's important, it will come back to us. But for now, I just wanted to say that you look absolutely beautiful. Absolutely stunning. And you looked beautiful beforehand. You looked beautiful during and after. And I just want to remind you that you are one of the most beautiful people I know. But how about we have a little bit of apple pie, and I do have some hot apple cider as well, and I could share that recipe with you. But yeah, the two kind of like add-ins I do is the vodka instead of water for the crust. Aids in a more flaky crust, and it doesn't develop the gluten as much as, because it's like 40% alcohol, 60% water, so you have less water content, so it just evaporates. It's great. And then the apple cider, you reduce, and it acts as a syrup, and then you macerate the apples with sugar, and that liquid that comes out, you reduce that as well, so you have a really syrup, a syrup